get in there behind Glenn Leonard, Brian Hilliburn, and Al Wilson. Not too difficult. So here it comes. Trying to get up in there to lead it. Glenn Leonard, you see laying on the goal line. That's about right over top of him.
8 plays, 76 yards, capped by a touchdown plunge from Keevan Jenkins. And for Jenkins, his 3rd touchdown of the season. Puts the Lions on top 9-3. And Lulu, those are not boos. Bisaglia makes it 10-3 in favor of the BC Lions. And we've got 28 seconds remaining until the end of the first quarter.
Well, we're going to see it's going to come right at you, right up to the side. Now, Carinci blocks to the outside. Get in behind those big offensive linemen. You see that 54 laying on the goal line. That's Glenn Leonard. He's only been around about 10 years and at 275 pounds. He can get you a little bit of a crack, and that's all you want because Keevan Jenkins will get through it.
He's got that great speed, that great acceleration that all good backs have to hit that hole as quickly as possible.
Well, he's quick. That's the big thing about him. Some fullbacks and that they're running backs, they're big and they take a while to get rolling. But Keevan Jenkins really doesn't weigh that much, and when he takes off, he's gone. He's got that real quick acceleration.
28 seconds remaining to play in the opening quarter. The Lions in front by 7, 10-3. Kerry Taylor is deep to receive this kickoff from Jan Carinci. And again, Jan Carinci is kicking in place of Louis Bisaglia on kickoffs only to protect the pulled stomach muscles of Louis Bisaglia.
Yeah, there was a penalty also because the Lions are kicking off from the 50-yard line now. They're going to have a tough time getting good field position out of this one.
And it's a low kick fielded by one of the big linemen of the Montreal Alouettes, Sandy Armstrong. Armstrong not too nimble of foot when he got a hold of the ball.
Well, and that Jan Carinci tried to just kick it low, hit on the ground, because when it hits on artificial turf, it bounces funny. Sometimes it'll hit and come back. If it does come back, you got a shot at it. That time it didn't quite come back far enough. Sandy Armstrong didn't know what to do with it. He dropped it. I thought for sure he'd just fall on it. Don't take any chances. Don't lose it. But he did all right.
1st and 10 Alouettes. The ball on their own 25-yard line. Ransom gives to Reed. Reed crosses the line of scrimmage, picks up 2.5 yards, no more. That's difficult yardage against the BC Lions defense.
Ray Cassie, number 89. What a story he is. Only junior, invited to camp this year, wasn't given a chance to make the football team. First scrimmage, the best receiver on the field. Coaches started watching him, and now he's one of their roster players.
That pass is complete to Hood, and they should mark it at the 36-yard line. Hood has been Ransom's favorite target tonight.
And he's throwing the ball well. He just goes down, turns in, hit him.
So the first quarter is over here at BC Place Stadium. The Lions on top of the Alouettes by a score of 10-3. Vancouver, I'm Steve Armitage along with Ron Lancaster. Ronnie, in the opening quarter, pretty well go the way expected.
Montreal moved the ball a little bit better than I expected. I thought that BC Lion defense would shut them down early, but Ransom's throwing the ball well. And when you can get off to a good start as a rookie, a lot of times he can carry you the whole game. We'll just have to wait and see.
You know, you may wonder how we get all our facts and figures and backgrounds on some of the CFL players. Well, you can get it from the CFL Fact Book, and it's available at better bookstores throughout Canada, team offices, or by writing the CFL, 1200 Bay Street, 12th floor, Toronto, M5R 2A5. At $3 for postage and handling. That's for your CFL Fact Book. A very valuable edition if you'd like to understand what the CFL is all about. Only costs you $14.95.
It's interesting reading. It's got a lot of things in there. There's some questions, some trivia quiz in there that I tell you is tough. I couldn't answer them. I'll tell you that.
What? You couldn't answer them?
Couldn't answer them.
1st and 10 for the Alouettes. The ball on the 36-yard line. First play of the second quarter. The pass is complete. Taken by Steve Bird. the former Edmonton Eskimo, now with the Alouettes. Mr. Kimball's influence.
Well, he gets his first chance to start, and I'm sure he had something to do with it, but he just run down the field about 5 yards and stop, catch the ball. Darnell Clash comes up to hit him, and away he goes.
Count few stats in the opening quarter in favor of the BC Lions, 117-91. A little closer than I thought it would be. Again, Bird on the receiving end of that pass from Brian's Ransom.
Well, you know what they say, if you're not going to cover me, I'll just throw short on you till you do, and then when you come up, we'll throw it deep. But again, just down, turn to the outside, make the catch.
As you said many times, take what the defense will give you.
Don't be in any hurry.
First and 10, Als. The ball at their own 50-yard line. A little motion at the line on the part of the BC Lions. Ransom with a free one. It's picked off. Crawford stepping in front of that Ransom pass and pulling it down. If that stands, it'll be his second interception of the season.
Well, he misread the defense. I was wondering, too, if he saw those flags go early and thought it was going to be on the Lions. But it's an illegal procedure call against Montreal, and he should not have thrown this football. Look at the coverage. Great move. Larry Parker just stepped in front. Yeah, that's a pretty hard thing. Larry Crawford's got a broken thumb, and yet got that big cast on his hand, went up and caught it. He was just sitting back deep waiting on it, and he got it.
So a turnover puts the BC Lions in good position. They are first and 10, and they spot the ball at their own 53-yard line. John Henry White, the lone running back for the Lions, gets the handoff on the draw, and no yardage to be found there.
Good job inside. William Mitchell, number 1, and Sandy Armstrong, the other one. They just converge on that draw play.
A loss of 2 yards on the play. Second and 12 now for the Owls. And the ball has been moved back to the 51-yard line. Right it won't. Wants to run it. And he's tripped up as he gets just inside Montreal territory. Will not pick up the first down. And that will bring on Louis Pasaglia and the BC Lions punting team.
What you see, these two guys play deep. Now, they'll play man-to-man on all these guys, but that only leaves 4 men rushing. And watch what happens. They back out of there. Watch them. Now, they have to run with those receivers, and when Roy DeWalt gets inside the coverage, there's nobody out here. That's a great job by the line to catch him, or he's got a lot of running room.
Louis Pasaglia getting set to punt for the Lions. The Alouettes have sent 1 punt returner deep, Jeff Treflin. Good high spiral from Pasaglia, and it goes out of bounds at the 27-yard line. 12 minutes and 21 seconds remaining to play till halftime. The Lions lead by 7.
There's Paul Nastasiak. We talked about him making that tackle. He was that number 1 draft choice we were saying. He was coming into camp as a slot back. The priorities of the Lions were they needed another Canadian slot. He came in as a slot, and luck would have it again in his case. Ryan Potter with a broken hand couldn't practice. They put him back to his running back spot, and he looks like he's got it because I think they left Potter let him go last week, and he does a great job on the special teams.
There's Joe Barnes, the backup quarterback for the Montreal Alouettes tonight. First and 10 for the Owls from their own 27-yard line. Ransom under pressure and brought down. Ransom not happy, claiming that he ran into referee Bob Bryant. And a flag is down on the play.
Yeah, he wasn't very happy because watch, the pressure is going to come from Glenn Jackson.
Ransom brought down and pointing to referee Bob Bryant soon as he was brought down. I don't think the referee had anything to do with that. He was going to be brought down anyway. He was just claiming perhaps that Bryant should have got out of the way a little quicker.
Referee's back there. He better make friends with that guy because he's the guy that's going to call any late hits that come on you. Don't upset him. He's in the position that he's supposed to be in. Run the other way if you have to.
The penalty against the Owls, and it makes it 2nd and 19. And the ball is is on the 18-yard line. Ransom fires a strike to Hood. Short of the first down by about 5 yards.
Well, they talked about the strength of his arm, and he showed it there. He really threw that ball in between two orange jerseys and hit the receiver right on the numbers. He just steps through. He's got good protection, lets it go, but look where it is. Two of them around him. Kevin Konar is there to make the hit, but boy, he threw it in there.
Third and about 4 yards to go for the Alouettes. They bring on Roy Kurtz. Darnell Clash takes it at the 36-yard line. The flag goes down. He's at the 50. Midfield stripe before he's forced out of bounds. But a flag goes down around the punting area.
I think we got two flags down. I know what this one down here is. Ian Sinclair just tackled William Mitchell, and they finally caught him. I don't know what the flag is back near the line of scrimmage, but I'm sure we'll find out. But Clash tried to come around the corner. Mitchell was getting in position to make the tackle, and Sinclair just went right over his shoulders, tackled him, and pulled him down.
Roy DeWalt with the better percentage, but Ransom with more yards.
Well, you're not going to run the football. We've said every time we do a BC Lion game, they're very tough to run on, and you're going to have to throw the ball if you're going to beat the Lions. And there's no sense fooling yourself. Put it up, take your chances. See Joe Barnes standing there talking to Gary Durchick, giving him a little bit of advice.
I don't think there'll be any hesitation on the part of the head coach of the Alouettes to put in Barnes in place of Ransom.
Well, Joe Barnes has been a pretty good quarterback coming off the bench, too, in his career. You know, he did it in Saskatchewan. He did it in Toronto, and it's not bad.
First and 10 for the Lions from their own 27-yard line. They lead 10-3. 10:42 remaining till halftime. Jenkins crosses the 36-yard line and runs into David Daniels. It was more of a collision between the two players.
Good job of blocking right here. Brian Illibrand, number 61, will come across and make the block, and that will open the hole. Watch it. The right tackle, number 61. Here he comes. He makes the contact. He makes the block on the linebacker, number 70. Doug Scott kicks him out. Jenkins rolls inside.
Certainly a key member in the backfield of the BC Lions, Keyvan Jenkins. Came into the game having rushed the ball 34 times for 102 yards and 2 touchdowns, but he has scored the BC Lions' only touchdown in this game. His third of the season. The Lions on top 10-3. The Lions first and 10 from their own 37-yard line.
Watch it.
DeWalt to Jenkins, and Jenkins, as soon as he hit the line of scrimmage, in fact, I don't even think he made the line of scrimmage. Steve Rocky was there to meet him.
Well, Steve Rocky's been their leading pass rusher the last few years. He had that knee injury last year that cost him the biggest part of the year, but when he's back and healthy at 6'5", he's good on the pass rush to get those hands up, and as you saw there, he can play the run well.
Darrell Moyer is back into the ball game.
Take out Shinkoni every time it's second and long and put in 6 defensive backs.
And it's second and 11. DeWalt puts it up, looking for Armour. And Terry Irvin catches it, but he was about 5 yards out of bounds when he did.
Terry stayed deep enough. He was behind him, and that's where a good defensive back would be on a long yardage situation. He stayed behind him, and the ball was thrown out of bounds.
Roy DeWalt paid the price on that one. Rocky got to him after he'd thrown the ball. Not enough to warrant a roughing the passer call. Louis Pasaglia comes on for the Lions, 3rd and 11. Pasaglia will get this punt away from his own 25-yard line. Jeff Treflin again, the lone punt returner for the Alouettes. Not one of Louis' better. Taken at the 40. It's at the 45, 50. Into Lions territory. One man to beat it, Pasaglia. Pasaglia holds his ground and forces Treflin out of bounds. And that brings on the round of Lulus from the fans here at BC Place Stadium. The Lions on top of the Alouettes, 10-3.
know, the BC Lions have had problems with their special teams all year. If you think back, Lou Fasaglia was injured in a preseason game making a tackle on a punt. Merv Fernandez broke his finger making a tackle on a punt. And once again, wonder if Lou Fasaglia had any visions of, having to do it again. He didn't really go after him with authority, but he did get him out of bounds.
There's the man who has given the Alouettes good field position. 1st and 10 from the Lions 25, and then Ransom tried to find Tony Johns with a pass, but it was incomplete.
Well, they tried to set up the screen pass, and he got good pressure from James Parker. Now he has to get rid of it. Just throws it a little short, and it bounces. And as soon as he threw it, he turned around and he started going through a throwing motion, so he knows it was his fault.
Good play for a shortstop. You like those one-hoppers right into your arms, but not too good in football. 2nd and 10, Alouettes. Ransom just swings it out, and Johns was there. He was wide open, but he couldn't hang on. But a flag is down after the play, and the BC Lions are not happy.
I think they're going to get called for roughing the passer. He tried to swing that ball out to Tony Johns. You see, Parker's one of the guys that was in there, and the other one was number 90, Rick Klassen. They were in there, both of them, and the flag went down. Watch, Parker will come from this side. Now, watch Rick Klassen. I would say he's a little late. Ball's gone.
That's a big hit. And Ransom is still in the ball game after having his helmet bounce off the artificial turf.
Well, they got a break. Now we'll see if they can put it in the end zone. That's what they need to do. Put it in the end zone. See if they blitz them. About time for some pressure.
1st and 10, Alouettes. The ball is on the BC Lions 12-yard line. Ransom in and out of the arms of the intended receiver. And this time it was number 24, Steve Bird.
Well, it wasn't so much Bird as it was Tyrone Cruz was a big, big target that got in the way. See, the signals are being called in to Brian Ransom to allow him to call them. They didn't come after him when the blitz, and Tyrone Cruz got back where he should.
So it's 2nd and 10 now, Alouettes. And this time it's complete to Jacques Chapdelaine, the former BC Lion, and he takes it down to the 2-yard line.
That's a good call. You know, the last time they threw the pass to Bird, we said Cruz got back here, but watch Chapdelaine. He will come in right underneath of where Cruz leaves. See, Cruz runs out of there. Chapdelaine comes inside, makes the catch, turns it straight to the goal line as he should, and they're going to have to measure for the 1st down. It's going to be pretty close. He's got it. That's perfect. Jacques Chapdelaine.
Jacques Chapdelaine, the former SFU star, who started his pro career with the BC Lions and then was shipped to the Montreal Alouettes and has found himself a home.
Started out as a wide receiver. Now he's in the slot. As you say, 10 receptions leads the Alouettes. Maybe he has found a home.
1st and goal to go for the Alouettes. The ball on the 2-yard line. And it's touchdown, Alouettes. Alan Reed taking it into the end zone for the L's to make it 10-9.
Just a good job up front. They're tough to run on, but Alan Reed gets good collision on the 1 and bounces to the inside. And as you see, all he has to do is break the plane of that white line, and he did it. He landed right on it. Gets the lead block. Coming in, number 71, Brett Williams. He probably wishes he scored the touchdown.
Roy Kurtz will attempt the point after. It's good. So we have a tie game here at BC Place Stadium with 7 minutes and 43 seconds remaining till halftime. It's the BC Lions 10, the Alouettes 10. They covered 25 yards, and they only needed 5 plays to punch it into the end zone, capped by Alan Reed. And it ties the game at 10 here at BC Place Stadium. Total offense in this game so far, 130 yards for the Lions, 124 for the Alouettes, almost as close as the score. It's Kevan Jenkins and Ned Armour deep to receive this kickoff from Roy Kurtz. Ned Armour, nope. Kevan Jenkins got in front of him at the last second. At the 25, looking for running room at the 30. Pulls his way up to the 40-yard line. Forced out of bounds by Sandy Armstrong.
When you come into the game as an underdog, and I'm sure Montreal came in here not favored to win, you know, and you get even with them in the second quarter, you start to get that adrenaline pumping a little bit, and if you can stay with them, the longer you stay with them, the odds, I think, go to the underdog.
Well, the Alouettes would certainly have to be the underdog based on the all-time record. They've met 30 times since 1961. BC have won 17, the Owls 12, and there's been one tie. Roy DeWalt passing over the middle, looking for Jim Sandusky, and it was way over his head. Sandusky was in position, had the ball been a little lower.
Well, what happened is Roy DeWalt faked that draw that he has run to Kevan Jenkins a couple times, and when he did that, he held the BC Lion defense. Sandusky came in right behind him, which is where they want to go to.
Well, the BC Lions so far this season have certainly been a second-half ball club. 2nd and 10, the ball on the 40. DeWalt firing incomplete, but flags go down. Jan Carinci and Ned Armour were in the area of that pass from Roy DeWalt.
Well, we've said that they've been dropping out of here in the zone. This time, William Mitchell stands right up on the line of scrimmage, and they decide, okay, this time let's blitz him. Get the pressure on him. Let's get rid of it. There's a flag downfield. I think we're going to get a pass interference call, and it's unfortunate, but it gives them a first down.
It is a first down for the BC Lions. And the ball is at their own 46-yard line. We're tied at 10. 6 minutes and 53 seconds remaining to play till halftime. DeWalt complete to Sandusky. Sandusky close to the first down yard marker.
No problem with this. Just down, break to the sidelines. You'll see he's got good separation from the defensive back. Come back, catch the football, get out of bounds. You don't stop those, you can throw them all night.
Sandusky, who enjoyed that great game against the Argos last week. 6 receptions, 113 yards. Named the BC Lions offensive player of the game. 2nd and 1 Lions. The ball at the midfield stripe. Time for a quarterback sneak, and that's exactly what Roy DeWalt does. But the Alouettes do a pretty good job in jamming up the middle.
It's going to be pretty close to me whether he makes it or not. Roy was a little bit high, a little bit too high. Watch Roy, get down low. He stood straight up. Now you're in trouble. You lose your forward momentum, and when you lose the momentum,
well, that's certainly what you want to do in terms of stopping the quarterback sneak. You want to jam up the middle and force the quarterback to stand up. You don't want him to tunnel low, because the lower he goes, the better his chances are of picking up that first down. Well, the Alouettes played that perfectly that time, although, as Ronnie pointed out, maybe DeWalt should have gone a little lower or tried to go either right or left instead of going straight ahead.
Well, you know, as big an offensive line and experience that BC has, you know, they can get off strong. You just get those shoulder pads down low and get in behind them and go. But somebody on that defensive line straightened up Al Wilson, and that meant DeWalt has nowhere to go. Good job of defense, so they got to do it again.
3rd and 1 now. The Lions are going for it. This time they hand off to Kevan Jenkins, and Jenkins has the first down with about 4 or 5 yards to spare. He crosses the 50-yard line of the Alouettes. William Mitchell over there to make the stop for the Owls.
Well, you know, almost a great play defensively, because it looked like he was going to be hit in the backfield, and then if William Mitchell doesn't make the tackle, he's gone. So, I mean, that's the way the game is, a game of inches.
On a short yardage situation, you really don't want to make the handoff that deep in the backfield. Dangerous, but that time it worked. 1st and 10 line on the 49-yard line of the Alouettes. Complete to Pankratz. Pankratz takes it at the 43-yard line.
Steve Barato, defensive line coach of the Lions, talking to Tim Cowan, and that's Carlton Watson, the third quarterback of the Lions, with the clipboard in it just behind Steve. He's writing down the plays. Steve's making some notes, so he'll take care of whatever problems are going on out there.
2nd and 5 Lions from the Alouettes 44. Pass is complete to Pankratz. Pankratz has the first down. Gets down to the 33-yard line. David Daniels over to make the stop for the Owls.
They're hollering about a pick, and I'd have to say it was a pretty good call. Sandusky will come down and rub right into him, and then he'll come out under him. He can't get to him to stop it. Watch it. He's got to cover Pankratz. Sandusky doesn't allow him to get there.
Not a bad pick. 1st and 10, Lions. Roy DeWalt going for the home run. On 1st down, he was looking for Sandusky deep, but he overthrew. Steve Benjamin covering on the play.
Well, he tested Terry Irvin early with a deep one, and that's a good move. Now he comes back, tests the rookie with a deep one, try to get him off. Now you can throw underneath him again, but you got to throw it deep once in a while. Coaches always tell him, throw it deep, even if you overthrow him, you know, because it forces them to stay back. They can't crowd you.
You got to keep that defense loose. 2nd and 10 for BC now from the Alouettes 33. 4:08 till halftime. We're tied at 10. DeWalt screen up the middle to Jenkins, and Jenkins goes nowhere. Doesn't even get back to the original line of scrimmage. Brett Williams there to make the stop for the Alouettes.
Good job of defense. You see this Montreal defense start to drop out of there again to protect against long passes. They dump that screen underneath it, but William Mitchell and Brett Williams in great shape. Watch them. These guys will start dropping out, but the linebacker keeps his eye. He'll step back, come up, and make the hit. Watch when he starts. Now, he starts back, takes a quick look. He sees something happening, and comes back up immediately. Bang, there's the hit by Brett Williams. William Mitchell's there to help him. That's what you have to do. If you get too deep, that screen sets up. They'll make a lot of yardage.
The Lions coaching staff holding their breath there. Kevan Jenkins had a knee injury last year.
I think we've done 3 times we've seen the Lions this year, and 3 times he has banged that leg on the ground and has had to leave for a while, so I know they have to be concerned, as you say, every time he goes down.
Now this should be a test for Louis Pasaglia. A 41-yard field goal attempt. It is wide. It was certainly long enough, but it was wide. And the Alouettes will concede the single point. Rick Ryan running back through the end zone. So Louis Pasaglia comes up short or wide on the field goal attempt from 41 yards. But the BC Lions go in front by a single point at 11-10.
Does a good job, though, by that Gary Durchik's Montreal defense. We said that they're going to have to get a lot of pressure up front. And the secondary is doing a good job for being young, so you've got a 1-point deficit, 11-10. No big deal. Good field position. See if they can move it again.